Good morning, everybody, here on the charts here on November 14th, 2023, around 11:10 a.m. here. We're going to go over some stocks. We're going to go over the market, and we're going to go over some of the stocks we've been following. Thank you for trading within the box, coming to our site here. And first of all, this is not a recommendation to buy, hold, sell, or trade any stocks, options, forex, or equities, or futures. This is an educational video only. If you'd like to purchase stocks, please contact a licensed professional and they will help you there. Okay. So here, let's get ready here for, we're going to go over some stuff here on the S&P 500. So let's look at the S&P 500, remembering that November is a very strong month for buying, okay? They got these Santa Claus rallies in November, okay? And then they take the middle to the end of December kind of like slows down. So now we got, look what we got going on here with the S&P 500. We do have a bullish head and shoulders, okay? So that's bullish, okay? So when we were coming down off the bottom here, we knew that trading within the box, this was the area, okay? So we had support down here, right there, and we had resistance right here. Now, see where it pops up right there, boom. So what we do is we take the profit, you're buying in this area, take your profit here, now you're waiting, okay? You wait for the sideways consolidation right here, okay, and then boom, you get the engulfing right there, okay? So then they're back in long again, okay? Now we're taking the profit again here, right here. It's a resistance at 450, in this range, 449.51 as it is right now, okay? Profits being taken, okay? And then let's see what happens. Now, if we get a candlestick tomorrow and it closes above here, and then we just keep closing above and closing above, we stay to 463.42. Okay, so that's how we're going to manage this. Let's look at the banks. Now, we knew weeks ago that they were buying the banks, okay? It was very obvious. We came off support. We had the covering. Okay, and then we get the bullish head and shoulders here now again with the neckline right there. So we come down, let's say 31.53, and the neckline is 33.77. So let's say from this point in the 36 range, okay, let's say right up into this 35.83 range. Now we're heading towards 35.13. It's 34.62 right now. So the banks are looking good. Volume is tapering off a little, though. Okay, volume tapering off a little bit. So we got to be careful here. Okay, we got to be careful here. Okay, but we'll follow it. Okay, I just want to go through the indices really quick, and the SMH, the other side of the market with the semiconductor market, right here, we're slamming right into resistance again. Okay, so profits being taken right there again. Okay, so it came off support. Resistance was right here. Okay, so from here to here, that's where the profit, that's where the cheese was, okay? We waited, okay? Now this was nothing, and then boom, we got the engulfing. Now, you could get a little bit of a drift back here, then boom, we'll get back in, okay? So that's another one. So SMH solid, okay? It's very solid, but in a major resistance area. So do not chase that, okay? That's not a stock to be chased, okay? Because look where you are. You're at the top of the range, okay? And you want a big breakout here, or you're going to get the pullback. Let's see what happens. IWM, which are the speculators, okay? And here they go, okay? Here they go. Here's the right side of the W. Boom. Right here. Higher side of the right side of the W. A little bit of tapering off volume. But what happens? Boom. Right there, okay? You get a gap up, okay? Gap up right there with an engulfing. Let's see how this candlestick turns out today, okay? Now, if we get a shaven top the way it is now, where there's no wick, see the little wick there and the little wick there and little wick there, the little wick on the candlestick, little wick right there, okay? If we get a shaven top the way it is right now and it gets a little big or whatever, okay, that's a real great buy signal to 183.37. Okay, right now we're at 177.49. Okay, so that's something to look at. That's something that the IWM, which is the small cap stocks, coming off the bottom with the right side of the W, boom, higher with the gap up engulfing. Let's see how that candlestick turns out today at the end of the day here. Okay, now, so let's go over to GDX. Now we got the gold market, okay? Now the gold market, gold moves very fast up and down. So when we said here, I think that was on November 3rd or whatever, we did our video, and we said we had a lot of good volume coming in here. So this is building a situation here, okay? It's building a situation. It doesn't mean that right there, boom, we did go into a gap resistance right there, okay? Right there, okay? So we did have support here, and it broke the support. Now we're in the gap right here, and it holds and it bounces off of support right there at the gap. Okay, we have tapering off volume, though, okay? We have tapering off volume. So this could come up, and then we got to wait for the drift back of the W. Then we get the engulfing, and then we're on our way, okay? So we haven't gotten that yet, okay? Let's go over to Goldman Sachs, okay? Now, Goldman Sachs, okay? Now, Goldman Sachs, when we were on the bottom here, look what had happened, okay? We had come up, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight days of closing higher and buying, okay? It gets up and above the 321.67 resistance level, okay? It closes higher and it holds. Now, trading within the box, you get a sideways consolidation for what? How many days? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, you get like a whole week or more, a week and a day more of sideways consolidation, okay? And then what? When you get those and then you get the pop up, usually take your ruler, measure there to there, okay? And then that's how high you're usually going, okay? So right now at 340.60, okay, let's see what they do. You're in resistance right now. Let's see if it holds. Okay, now Goldman Sachs, we're going to manage this on a small time frame. Let's go over, we have some beautiful, beautiful candlesticks with increasing volume on the 2-hour chart here, okay? So we have some beautiful, in the pre-market, the 2 hours before the market opened, okay? From 7:30 to 9:30, we had an incredible buy signal right there as the market was opening, okay? So look at that. Then go to a 45-minute chart. Let's check the volume out on the 40. Look at the beauty of the volume on the Goldman Sachs, how they're increasing the volume, adding to the position right there, okay? Look at that, okay? Now, let's go over to a smaller time frame on a 15-minute. Actually, let's go to a 10-minute chart here. And as we look at the 10-minute chart, okay, for today, right now, this is a bull run. Okay, look at this. Look at the tight rope. A tight rope, that's solid. The candlesticks just keep closing higher every 10 minutes. 10 minutes, 10 minutes higher, 10 minutes higher, 10 minutes higher, and it keeps going up. Okay, now you're in resistance, okay? But look at this, okay? That's adding to a position right there, okay? That's adding to a position on Goldman Sachs, okay? So right there, but remember, you peaked your head above the resistance area, okay? You had the sideways consolidation, okay? And then what happened here? Okay, you had a little bit of a W formation here, right? There. Okay, now you're in resistance, okay? So you have to be careful and watch this closely. Let me draw my line, okay? So you know where the supply area is, okay? Right there, okay? A lot of sellers right in this spot here. So let's see what happens there. Adding a position to go up to the top, to get to the top of the range, possibly at 345.59, okay? Once we get into that range, we have to be very careful. So if you're in this candlestick here and you get up to that range and you keep making higher highs and higher lows, you could stay, but you got to take that profit, okay? You got to take the profit because this market drops and goes all over the place on a dime. Taiwan Semiconductor, okay? Let's go over to Taiwan Semiconductor got annihilated, okay, for a while. Okay, when we had the sell signal right there on June 13th, 2023. We had another sell signal on July 14th, okay? We had another break step on August 2nd, and then another huge sell signal right there on August 24th, okay? So this thing got annihilated, okay? We had 1 peak, 2, 3, okay, 4, and 5, okay? That's exhaustion of selling, okay? That's an exhaustion of selling. Now what you got here is you got higher low, come back, you come back. Now this stock gaps up all over the place and gaps down, okay? So you were in resistance, the profits were taken, and then boom, they weren't selling this thing, they were buying it right after that, okay? So now you're peeking your head up above up until the next supply area here on Taiwan Semiconductor, okay? So when we get up into this range where I just drew that blue line, okay, at $101, okay, in that range, profit needs to be taken, then they get the pullback to support, hopefully at $98, $99, and then boom, we could recock into the next supply area, okay? We do have really good volume, okay, on November 10th, okay? Let's go to our volume. We had great volume. We had 19.29 million shares, okay, coming above this downdraft of 12 million shares, okay? So remember, the 19 million shares going into the downdraft here of 8, and the swing point here on July 14th at 9.5 million shares, okay? So this has a lot of strength right now on Taiwan Semiconductor, okay? Obviously, you want to let it pull back because you don't want to chase, okay? Once you chase, that's when you get hurt, okay? Tesla, let's go over to Tesla. And now Tesla, okay, what did we say the other day? Now Tesla had the W formation, right? Come back with a higher low. We get the engulfing, and we get good volume right in these two candlesticks right here, okay? Pointing up, okay? So, you get a doji here today with a little indecision right there, okay? And then now going up to this range right here at 248.50, okay? So at that point, right in that spot, we're gonna look for higher lows on the small time frames as we're going up here. Okay, look at Tesla now on a 2-hour chart. Now, look at the buyers. Okay, so we came back below, and then look at the buying here. Look at the buying here, and now again today. So we have buying, but on a 2-hour chart, we're slamming into resistance at 236.18. So we have a step pattern right here with an engulfing. Okay, we have the engulfing with the step, and then the engulfing right there. Okay, so we're into resistance area right in this spot right here. So you got to be careful. Let's see if we go sideways, then boom, we get another engulfing. Now, those are very strong when you get that, okay? Those are extremely strong when you get that situation. Okay, so now we know what's going on with Tesla. Let's go over to 45-minute chart on Tesla, and look how strong. Look how strong. Riding the moving average, okay? Now, look at this. Riding above the 20-day and the 9-day moving average. Capitulation candlestick engulfing. Boom, another buy signal. Now you're in resistance, sideways consolidation right there. You peek your head above it, sideways, boom, in the pre-market, buying, okay? Now let's see what they do, okay? Profit taken right there, okay? A little profit taken right there. Let's see if they go sideways again. We get the next engulfing, and we go up. Now that's very solid, okay, on the small time frames, okay, on Tesla. Very solid on the small time frames. Let's go over to DHR, okay? Let's go over to DHR. And DHR popping its head above, okay? It's popping its head above here, okay? So you get the W formation right here. You get capitulation candlestick, and then boom, the pop above. Now what we want to see is we get above. This is a trend change coming here. Because remember, you had the downdraft, 1, 2, let's say you want to say 3, 4. Or 3 and 4, okay, right there, okay? You get an exhaustion of selling. What do you get? Now, when you're in exhaustion of selling, after the peaks, okay, you come down to support right there, okay? Major buy area right there where it says S3, 186.90, okay? They're going to drop you to scare you out, okay? But that's a major buy area, okay? This is now at 201.13 was a major sell spot right there, okay? So we come up, now look at the moving average. Okay, we see this moving average right here. Let's put imaginary forecast. Okay, pop your head above. Let's see if we just keep closing higher, and then we come back to it, and then we come. Now, if we come back to it, and we hold and we get an engulfing, like we do here, right there, we're going to 215.09. Okay. So remember, because you do have right there in that area at 215.09, you do have a supply area right there at that spot, okay? Right, and that's it, where that candlestick dropped right there, okay? That's a sell area. That's a supply area, okay? So let's see what we get. We get one peak, two peak, and we go up to the next level, okay? Now on weekly chart, let's just take a quick look on DA chart. Now on weekly chart, if this holds, look at this. We got uptrend in the sweet spot. This area right here, sweet spot, from here to here, okay? You get right in the spot, you get a little bit of a W, and then if this holds with buying with an engulfing candlestick on the weekly chart, okay, we could be going up to this level, then fail, then come back, okay? Now, nothing's exact. I don't have a crystal ball or anything like that. I'm just following what the money is saying. Now, in the pre-market, okay, now look at the pre-market on DHR. Buying, okay, boom. Beautiful candlestick with a 2-hour chart with increasing volume, okay, with increasing volume there. Okay, so let's go over to quickly, let's go over the 45-minute chart on DHR. And what do we have here? And right here, we have closing higher every 45 minutes here. And the resistance is 204.63 on the 45-minute chart. Okay, so that's something that you want to watch. Now, let's go over to Caterpillar. Let's go over to, that's a 45-minute chart. Let's flip over to a daily chart. On Caterpillar, now, what do you got? Okay, you got the W, and then you got the right side is higher. Those are always the best. Okay, in July we had a nice setup, and now we got November with the setup, and it's not a surprise because that's usually when it happens. Okay, you get the selling, and then you get the engulfing right there. Okay, you have a little bit of average volume there, but better than the last time. Okay, so you come up, you have resistance at the move around, you pop your head above. Now, are we getting a trend change here? Okay, because we're pretty much getting close to the trend change here, right? So what happens? What happens? Okay, you pop your head above. Now let's go on Caterpillar. Let's go to a 2-hour chart. Now remember, these are power stocks, right? Caterpillar and those, Costco and Apple and the whole big tech group and everything like that. So let's go over to Caterpillar, and what happens here? We get the sideways consolidation on Caterpillar, right? Pre-market buying the next 2 hours, okay, which is right now, which at 11:30 this candlestick is going to close. We have another beautiful buy signal with increasing volume because it was more volume than here, and you had increasing volume here, okay, when they were buying in right there, okay, they were buying in, okay, then they're buying in here, and they're buying in here, okay. So right now it's 249.10 on Caterpillar, okay? So let's look at Caterpillar here now, okay? Let's look at Caterpillar. So let's go to the top of the range. Let's do something here, and let's draw a Fibonacci retracement, okay? Let's get sorry about that. Let's get the Fibonacci retracement going, and let's see where we're at. Let's see where we have support and resistance. Now, we're going to have a little bit of resistance right here at the 250, almost the 251 range, okay? So let's see if it hits that, comes back. Now, we wanted to kind of hit this area, right? Okay? And then we want the move average to follow, and we want it to kind of come back to it. And then we get the engulfing, and then we could get in the 257 range, okay? Now, watch this for a second here, okay? You got a 618 retracement right here at the supply line in the 267 range, okay? And you have a 50% retracement at 258.80, okay? So let's see if we get up and above, and we weed out all this heavy selling here, and we go into this. Let's see as we go. Now, people say, well, how the hell am I going to know that, okay? Am I going to just take a shot at it? Is this gambling or whatever? No, because you have to just follow the money, okay? You're going to follow the money. Just keep following the money. As they're buying, you're buying, okay? And come in, they're buying, okay? Here they come again, they're buying. Here they come again, they're buying. You'll know when the selling is coming in. You'll know when the selling comes in, because let's say you're over here and you're buying and you start seeing this happen. You start seeing this happen, and you start seeing this happen, and then you know you're getting a sideways consolidation. Boom! The iceberg seller right there. Boom! And then you know you're done. You're done. You're in a downtrend at that point. Okay, so that's how you know when you follow it on the smaller time frame. Now let's go over the 45-minute chart and let's see the volume. Okay, the volume is still nice. Okay. You have some profit takers coming in here and there, but what do you have? You have something, you're up and above the resistance. Now, on the 45-minute chart, you closed above the resistance level. So let's see if this holds, and then we start heading to 253. Okay, it's 249.13 at this moment, right now at 11:31 a.m. on November 14th. Okay, so all right, that's enough of that. Let's go over to Costco. Costco's something that we're watching. Okay. Now Costco, look at Costco here. Okay. So, let's see something. I gotta take this off for a minute. Okay. So look at Costco now on the engulfings. Okay. Boom. Come down to support, major support level 546.03. Okay. We get the engulfing. Okay. Now we get the capitulation. They're still buying. Okay. We get a little bit of indecision there at resistance. What happens? More buying. Okay. Then we say, all right, we got overhead pressure here at 573.08. And exactly, the profit got taken right there. But the profit got taken with lighter volume. Okay. When the profit gets taken with higher volume, look what happens. Okay. You get a little bit of a sell-off, right? Now you just got a pullback. You come back to support. The next day, boom, the buying comes back in. Close higher. Now you get your head up and above the water, okay? Now you're close higher than the resistance level. Another close higher, okay? Now, you're off to the races because you're holding above the supplier. Now you say to yourself, holy crap, wait a second. All this selling that's in this spot right here where I just drew that blue line, I'm up and above and I held. Boom, I get a gap up right there, okay, which is today, and I got boom, more buying, and we're heading to 593, okay, and it's 589.18 right now, okay. So Costco, and it's a power stock, as everybody knows, okay. So Costco's a power stock, and look at this. I mean, this is on a 2-hour chart. This is a thing of beauty, okay. You get incredible engulfing. You get the rest, okay? You run a marathon, you got to rest a little, okay? Okay? You come back with a little more energy bar right there. You come sideways consolidation. Bam! Right there. And there they are. The Twin Towers, right, of buying. Increasing volume, okay? So look at that. And Costco, the institutions are all in it. So that's why you're going to see that kind of buying, right? You're going to see that kind of buying. Let's go over to Amazon. For the people in Amazon, and wrong symbol. Let's go over to Amazon here really quick, and what do we got? Let's go to the daily chart, okay? Now, in Amazon, the reason why I want to go over this, okay, is we got to be careful up in this area, okay? So we get a pop above the right there. We got a pop right above the supply area. Let's see if this starts to hold. If this holds, okay, every single institution that's short in the supply area is going to turn around and go long. And that's going to take all the shorts and rebuy them up to this area. Okay, that's what's going to happen. You're going to have a massive breakout. Okay, so look at Amazon now. Okay, what are they doing? Are they selling this stock or are they buying this stock? Okay, sideways consolidation, massive, right there, trading within the box. That's what my channel is all about. Boom, huge buy signal right there. Now let's see. We have to know on a small time frame. Let's go to a 30-minute chart. Is this going to hold? Okay, and that's how we're going to follow this. Okay, you probably go sideways for a little bit, and then now you're in resistance right here. Boom, right there. You don't want to buy into that area. You want to wait for it to close and then start heading up. Okay, and then you're off to the races to 150.64. Right now you're at 146.36 on Amazon. Okay, let's go over to Home Depot really quick because, as promised, let's go over to daily chart now first. Now, Home Depot, look at this gap up. You had a massive gap up. So what is the institutions telling you? Okay, they had earnings and they had good earnings. So they came up and they slammed it. Now, look at the volume. The volume is beautiful as we're going up. Now, look at this. We come down, support. Come up, come back, hold. Okay, we hold. We have resistance right here. Boom, next day in earnings, massive, okay? Massive buying right there, okay? Now, if you close here with the shaven top, okay, you could get a little bit of a drift back or whatever, but you want to look for that 316.66 target, okay? That's what you want to look for, and I don't know what just happened to my computer here. Let's see here. Sorry about that. Something just popped up on my screen. Okay, so that's the story here, okay, right there. So on Home Depot, okay. So on Home Depot, let's go over to small time frame. We're getting long in the tooth here, okay. So we got about 26 minutes in, and we're pretty much over our limit, okay. So let's just go over to really quick over to a 45-minute chart, and it's solid, okay, with volume dying a little in the day trade, okay. Now let's go over really quick. We spoke. Let's go over to Apple because we have to end this. And now Apple, look at Apple, okay. Now Apple going into supply area. Now it's people, if they go, oh man, I thought Apple, was going to the moon and stuff. Right now you got to be careful on Apple, okay. Right now you got to be careful because why? Because look where you are, right there, 186.60. Which you are almost there. You're at 186.58 right now, okay? You got overhead pressure, and you have a supply area right there. You have a supply area right in that spot. So the trade was down here. The profit was taking here. We popped our heads up, and then we came back up. We're going to the next level, okay? And you got dying selling volume as you're going into the resistance area, okay? So let's see what they're going to do there. Let's see if they're going to hold that strong. Verizon. Last one, Verizon here. Daily chart, sideways consolidation right there. Okay. Sideways consolidation. Now watch this. You get the cluster. I like the clusters because that right there tells me what? This is either distribution in the supply area or it's accumulation going up. Okay. How would you know? Okay. Let's go over the line chart. See the retesting. Look at the W. You got the retesting W right there. Then you look, you want to see where you're at. You go to what? You go to what? You get the engulfing closing higher than this high right, this close right, opening. And then higher, it closes higher than the close of the previous candlestick. That's how you knew you were going up. And you had nice volume. Look at the volume. Okay, right there was the buy signal out of the cluster of accumulation, okay? Boom. Now, you come back up to 36.12, profit taking, okay? You had support right in this area, right there, trading within the box, okay? That's your piece of cheese. That's the piece of cheese, okay? So, right in that spot. Now we have what again? Sideways consolidation again on Verizon. Now, we love these because that's what my channel's about, trading within the box. Okay, sideways consolidation, a breakout. Okay, are they accumulating stock here, or are they in distribution where they're going to sell? We don't know. We get one of these red dudes right here. We know we're going down to at least the support line, which will be the 20-day moving average. Okay, into these gap areas. Okay, if we get this with the engulfing candlestick, which is this right here, in this area right here, we'll slam into resistance. Then we want to see if we start getting on the higher lows up to 38.57, okay? So that's something we're going to have to look at as we're going through it. Disney, just want to let everybody know that Disney was completely destroyed. So we do have some covering. Now, I want to show you something. We'll go over this again. The last time, let's just look really quick before we close the deal here today, okay? As these things were coming off of the support area, okay? You had crappy volume there, okay? You had seller, and you got the breakout failure, okay? You come down, you get this. Now, look at this. Put your eyes right here. Look at this right here. What is this? We had earnings, and then look at this. That's massive covering right there, okay? So are we in a trend change here on Disney, okay? When they get creamed like that, okay, they'll come in a lot of times and they'll pound them to the upside, okay? Just remember that you have supply area right here, okay? Supply area right here in the 48.24 area. Nothing's exact, okay? And you have dying volume now. Now you have dying volume, okay? Look at the buying, and you have the dying volume. So that will be managed on a smaller time frame. With a gap up, let's see if they continue to buy this, okay? We'll be watching that, day by day here. Look at the hourly chart right here. And today, with small amounts of volume, closing higher, okay? You're inching this higher to possibly the 47.40 area. 46.60 right now on Disney on 11/14. With that said, I want to thank everybody for coming. Thank everybody for watching. Please like and share and subscribe my channel if you like the content. I hope this helps everybody. Have a wonderful day.